Hey everybody, this is ARICU, and joining me once again is ReLink, who helped me narrate.
And we're going to be watching Phade playing MLG TS Guardian.
So this is the first time I've actually narrated a Guardian game type that I remember. So Guardian is Bungie's not replica of Lockout, obviously, because their replica of Lockout is Blackout, but it is a sort of
wannabe Lockout.
Yeah, wannabe Lockout. But Guardian is sort of Lockout's spiritual successor, kinda. It has a similar feel, which I can see. But it's nothing that Lockout was.
No.
But anyway, so obviously, as you just saw at the beginning of this game, Phade proving how useful the invisibility is, as you could see.
Combined with the Mauler,
yeah,
close range weapon.
As you could see, he was walking right up the noses, literally, of the of blue team. Yes, walking up the okay. Walking straight up to them, and they obviously did not even see him coming. The invisibility in Halo 3 is
epic.
More true to its name. You really are much more invisible than you were in Halo 2.
Good word choice.
I know. But in Halo 2, you were sort of like just a little bit less visible. In Halo 3, you're invisible for the most part.
Yes.
Like not 100%, but like 90 like 6%.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Rambling.
Yeah, okay. So we're going to talk about Guardian Team Slayer, a little bit of strategy or something. So obviously you've got your two main locations that on the opposite sides of the map that most teams try to lock down, which are
Sniper Tower and the Lift.
Sniper Tower and the Lift. Very good, my young Padawan.
Thank you. Yes. I got a cookie for you.
Yes, eat an Oreo. And shut up. Okay. So we've got the Lift, and we have the Snipe Tower, of course, blue rim on the side with shotgun down below it. On the other side, you've got the green, the wood place, the jungle, green tower. People call it all. Okay. People call it a bunch of different things. You know what I'm talking about, with the elbow over there that leads up to the Snipe Tower. So as far as setups goes, those are the two main places you're going to find teams setting up. There's going to be the Snipe Tower and the Gold Tower. Depending on which one is up to team preference. Some teams are better at holding down one than the other, but of course, if you're at the Snipe Tower, you have the advantage of having the sniper rifle, you'd hope. At least you can control its spawn. And if you're at the Lift, then you have control of the invisibility, and with the invisibility, what you're going to want to do is use that to your advantage and make your way across the map with a close-range weapon like we saw Phade do at the beginning of the game. He moved across with invisibility of the Mauler, and then get the sniper, and then if your team is setting up at the Gold, or sorry, at the Lift, if your team is setting up at the Lift, then you bring the sniper rifle back, obviously. So Phade is... Phade was right behind the enemy, but instead of moving up for the Mauler with the Mauler assassination, he went for the grenade and beat down, or BR headshot, but didn't work out quite as planned. This isn't a full 4v4, this is actually a 3v3 game. If you're wondering why there were less players than what is normally expected, it's because this is not a full 4v4 game.
Because Bungie loves its players.
So there we see a prime example of where a player will go if they're not set up at the Snipe Tower to try and shoot at people at the Snipe Tower, which is over in the blue room, that little glass area just outside the blue room. A lot of people go there and sort of stand to the side and put shots on. Distracting shots. You know, sometimes they get lucky. And again, here we see Phade with the invisibility. Again, the Sneaky Beaver assassination.
Which you can see.
And yes, I did just say Sneaky Beaver. Right here we can see him running straight at, like, the guy was looking straight at him, and the visibility...
It's not that invisible.
Yeah, these people are just dumb, but anyway.
It's kind of dumb.
So anyway, something about that, what was I talking about? That blue room place?
Our strategy to you is if you want to win games, play against dumb people.
There you go. Play against the unintelligent, and...
you have a high success rate.
Exactly. That's true in life, I imagine. Okay, so many bad jokes just came to my mind, but I will refrain myself. This is going on the internet. I don't know who is going to watch it.
Not that many people will care.
No, but, you know, it only takes one.
And that sniper was horrible.
Anyway.
Almost as good as me.
He shot him in the head. He did the
second time when he wasn't moving.
Whatever.
God,
Anyway.
Phade, I'm so sorry for this.
Nice assassination there. Like, oh, good. Oh, he was already down.
That was uncalled for.
Yeah.
That was...
What is this? A poor sportsmanship on your behalf here, Phade. Losing respect for you gradually. Just kidding. Oh, good. Oh, good. You just jump off the map? No. Okay. Ha. Were we supposed to be talking about, like, strategy or something?
Okay.
Okay. So, as far as breaking setups, I know that's exactly what you guys want to know about right now. What? What?
Okay.
Say it out loud. No. Say it out loud. No. You don't want to. The little thing you whispered to me that I don't really hear what you said.
No.
Okay, breaking setups.
Okay, this should be good.
You want to hear how I break setups?
Yes.
Okay.
Very carefully, I imagine.
No, actually, you do the exact opposite. You bum rush. In Halo 3, aggression really works.
As long as you don't fail.
As long as you don't fail, exactly. If you're better than the other team, you're gonna do better. Wait,
no. Looks at your logic is amazing.
Impeccable. I know. Okay, but seriously, to break setups, what you're gonna need to do is work as a team. I know that sounds stupid, but single rushes a lot of times against good players and good teams are not gonna be as effective
if you're going against
as a
something
group
that can
rush.
be considered a setup by yourself.
Yes, if they're actually set up.
If they're just running around like headless chickens,
then you don't really have a problem.
Then you remove their head with your gun.
Exactly. But if you're playing against any type of decent players who actually have some sort of strategy or setup going on, what you're going to need to do is bide your time, get some weapons,
and
sort of talk it out, set up an anti-setup, exactly. I couldn't put it better myself. But
I'm good with words.
Not so much, and it depends. And you've got to know that it depends. Like right now, Phade's team is in the lead. So his team could set up at the lift, and they don't need to break any setups. Because he has the lead, and that's again uncalled for. Bad sportsmanship. I don't like that. Anyway, so you don't need to break a setup if you're in the lead. If you're losing and you need to break the setup in order to sort of come back, you need to work as a team. You don't want to be the team that's running around like headless chickens, as ReLink so eloquently put it.
Thank you.
You want to be the team that's if you're gonna rush, you need to rush. It needs to be an organized rush. It needs to be organized chaos, and
that's the best kind.
It is indeed, and you need to break that setup and use that setup against them. And then once they're disorganized, you need to again continue to work together. It's all about teamwork, and start. Yeah, because Big Team Battle is not about teamwork.
Nope. I mean, we're offering general tips here.
Yeah.
So some people like me only play Big Team, and none of these tips help me at all, which is why I'm not the best with this.
Yes, you're not the biggest MLG player I know, but you know what? Some tips are just general.
That's not my fault.
Some tips are just general. They apply to.
That's because I have no one to play with.
Well, you poor sad. You poor sad individual.
I know.
Anyway, so this was sort of.
Okay, how did that assassination
fail? Anyway,
yeah.
Phade, this is like
most terrible.
But this is like my 6th iteration for you, and
it's 3:15
in the morning, and I just felt like putting some humor into it, whether you laugh or not. I don't really care. So this has been ARSU.
And ReLink.
And we will talk to you next time if you ever actually want to listen to us talk ever again.
There's a